J-Lock.
The Clippers can do whatever the hell they want, but I'm not going. I'm not going to trust them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
My brothers. Perry, I'll start with you on this one. Reggie Miller said, if Steph Curry retired today, he is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Do you agree with that? And if you do or not, that's on you. How many active players apart from LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Carmelo Anthony, and CP3 will be first ballot Hall of Famers? The floor is yours.
Now, I want to preface this by saying, congratulations to Reggie Miller. You're one of the few older NBA players who don't hate or exaggerate on their time being significantly better than any other time. So now I'm going to proceed. Now, as the wind blows and the river flows, the ocean goes and the paddles go, I have my take. So,
that was the interlude to your take.
Now I have to do it again because you got me feeling you got me feeling insecure about it and everything. Now, I have Chef Curry with the shot, boy. He made the look away 3-point shot something that even bad shooters are doing. I've seen people shoot the worst of shots, air ball, look away. To me, I thought they looked away because they didn't want to see what they had done. But these guys are actually, he's influenced the whole basketball culture. Basketball was made a little more attractive when little guys were doing it because not everybody can be literally the final boss of a basketball player in LeBron James. He's who you play before you die, you know? So I have Curry, I have Harden. Shout out to Jalen. We had a conversation. I think Russell Westbrook is deserving of a first ballot, averaging a triple-double, normalizing it to the point where nobody even talks about it anymore. Do you hear the triple-double being as important? Westbrook literally took something that seemed unattainable and normalized it. I have Kawhi Leonard. I have Giannis Antetokounmpo. I have James Harden, and I have Klay Thompson. And I had two more. I have Draymond Green, and I have Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose, really interesting.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about that when I was in my car earlier today, and I was thinking about Derrick Rose because I was wondering if someone would come up with that. Can you explain that one just a bit?
Youngest MVP that we've seen. Mm-hmm. He's led a Chicago team to the point where the only team that Miami Heat squad, you remember the Heatles, how destructive they were? The only team they respected and feared, and the only team that we genuinely believed had a chance. I'm a Pacers fan, but it wasn't the Pacers. The Pacers were the underdog. The team that everybody feared were the Chicago Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
And
who feared the Chicago Bulls?
Who's everybody?
The Miami Heat.
Carlos Boozer.
Joakim Noah.
I'm just gonna let you guys finish so I can finish. Pause.
Yo, Perry, continue.
I think he deserves to be there. Being the youngest MVP alone is a big thing. Then everything he's accomplished thus far has been not pedestrian, slightly above average, but what he's done at that first part of his career deserves that MVP nomination, in my opinion. Especially when you consider who has achieved the first ballot Hall of Fame. I think Derrick Rose is up there. Excuse me.
All right.
Even if he retired after that MVP, like after that MVP and that stint against the Miami Heat, I think he could have retired and been a serious contender for the Hall of Fame.
Ayo, Mukhtar, we'll go with you. Reggie Miller said if Steph Curry retired today, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Do you agree? And how many active players apart from LeBron, Carmelo, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant will be first ballot Hall of Famers when all is said and done?
Yeah, I do. By the way, just so I can say this because I have to get it off my chest. Derrick Rose and the Bulls won game one, and then LeBron guarded him, strapped him up, and gentlemen sweep them. So I don't think they were scared of them. Anyways, to begin with my take, I'm gonna say Steph Curry definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Mhm.
He kind of did change basketball, and he was dominant at one point, even though it was regular season. And somewhat in the playoffs, he didn't really perform in the finals. The only thing you can say about him in his career, but at the end of the day, he does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. And as pertains to the players I believe should be in the Hall of Fame that are currently playing, James Harden is one, Russell Westbrook, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Kawhi, Kyrie, Giannis, and I didn't think of Derrick Rose. Thanks to Perry for mentioning it. And yeah, I would put Derrick Rose in that because what he did was kind of sensational, being a 22-year-old MVP.
Mhm.
And and actually, just to throw maybe a hat in there, I was gonna say he's not playing, but he's still trying to play. I would say maybe Joe Johnson deserves to be maybe a Hall of Famer. I think he actually did prove a thing or two in his career.
Can you
And
make the
maybe
case?
even
Joe.
But
oh man,
But
Can
would
you
you
make
say
the case because this is
ballot?
first ballot?
This is first ballot.
yet again, Mitch Richmond was a first ballot Hall of Famer. So if Mitch Richmond could be a first ballot Hall of Famer, anybody could be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And Joe Johnson and Mitch Richmond kind of had the same careers, and I think Joe Johnson was a bit more dominant than him, if I'm being fair. So as a professional scorer, I will choose Joe Johnson to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, just to throw that into the hat.
Sorry, I'm just gonna raise my hand really quick. I know Jalen had some things to say, but I had something to get off my chest quickly. Now, I'm really happy that you mentioned that because prior to this group chat, the recording, I believe it was you. Was it him, JLo? Was it him, Bina?
Yeah.
Who said Chris Paul is not in the MVP conversation when Steve Nash won an MVP with similar numbers, if not identical. Chris Paul's numbers are better. And you said, and I quote, "The times have changed." Am I did I misquote him?
No.
Okay.
No,
Thank you. Moving on.
Oh, Perry, quick question. Did you have Klay Thompson on your list?
Yeah.
yeah, he
Perfect.
did.
Yeah. Okay. Just clarifying. Because if you put Draymond and not Klay Thompson, I was gonna go at you. Yo, Jalen, big man.
Yes, sir.
1 month away from your kid coming to life.
Yes, sir.
But Reggie Miller said, if Steph Curry, your wife's second husband, retired today, he is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Do you agree? Yo, I'm sorry, your face when you looked at me, you're like, yo, Bina, shut up. Do you agree? How many active players apart from LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, and Kevin Durant will be first ballot Hall of Famers when all is said and done?
I only have 5.
Mhm.
So first off, I agree with Reggie Miller as much as it pains my heart to say it, but Steph Curry has checked most, if not all, of the boxes necessary to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So I have Steph Curry. I have Russell Westbrook. Anybody that says Russell Westbrook isn't a first ballot Hall of Famer needs to be tested for COVID. And I'm not talking about the North American testing. I'm talking about the testing that's going on in China. You need to be tested for COVID.
That's almost as bad as split water.
Bro, he averaged a triple-double for 3 straight seasons. I'll leave it at that. James Harden, literally, there were multiple NBA seasons where teams were devoted to trying to figure out how to stop James Harden. I said get into a closeout game, but, it's easier said than done. And you like that little jab, huh, Perry? You like that little jab?
I need you to do one thing and tell us what Westbrook averaged a triple-double with his teammates. You have to be as animated as you were earlier today.
I have his teammates right here. Ball cap. A glass. And a Rice Krispies wrapper.
Oh, stop.
You know,
Josh Eustace.
Cameron Payne, Samaj
Andre
Christian,
Roberson.
Andre Roberson.
Nick Collison.
Bro.
Joffrey
So much
Noble.
I like Nick Collison though. Nick Collison
was my guy. Nick Collison was my guy, but bro, like
Steven
the guy was
Adams?
just, he was a screen center. That's all he was.
Kyle Singler.
And I have Klay Thompson. as my first ballot Hall of Famer just because I think he's the greatest shooter of all time, personally, in my opinion. Um, so I have him, and I have Kawhi Leonard because he won. He was Finals MVP and won 2 championships in 2 different cities.
2 defensive player of the year.
And can we all agree that LeBron, Melo, CP3, and Kevin Durant are all first ballot like that? We don't even have to, we all agree on that?
That's why we didn't have to question it.
Yeah.
I could argue Melo, but I think he's the first ballot Hall of Famer.
I think he's the most disrespected player I've seen in a while.
Heavily.
In a while.
Yeah, Iverson's there. Iverson's up there for disrespected players.
Oh yeah, Iverson is up there.
Yeah, Iverson's very up
and
there.
so is LeBron.
So,
That's
Jalen,
without question. Yeah.
how come you had less players than your counterparts in Perry and Mukhtar?
Just because I think first ballot means you had to do something trend. I think the definition that Perry gave me was, I think, the best definition to fit this question. Can the story of basketball be written without you in the decade that you played in? And if I look at these players, Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, the Splash Brothers, we can't write basketball in the 2010s without them. Russell Westbrook making the triple-double obsolete. We can't write the story of basketball without him. James Harden, his step-back travel, travel debate, whatever you want to call it, just his scoring prowess. We can't write the story of basketball without him. And Kawhi Leonard. The laugh alone is first ballot Hall of Fame worthy. So I don't think there's anybody outside of that. Obviously, other than the Kevin Durant's, the LeBrons, the.
What about the Kyrie Irving Game 7?
Yeah, I can understand Kyrie. I personally, I don't think he's first ballot, but actually, he's first ballot.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
get the hate out of your heart. You're about to have
Draymond.
I don't think Draymond's first ballot. He's a role player to me. He's Robert Horry.
Bro, he's one.
But you think he's a Hall of Famer, right? Draymond.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But first ballot is the argument.
Jalen, this is the one that I wanted to ask you because you raised some eyebrows when these guys said the Derrick Rose one. They gave thorough explanations on why. Why don't you believe he's a first ballot Hall of
Famer? I just think that the 7-year hiatus he took, the 4 or 5 year hiatus he took, is too much for me to say, to put you in that first ballot. He had the start of his career, it was fantastic, and I don't think there's anybody with. I mean, I guess by my definition, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, but I personally wouldn't vote him as a first ballot Hall of Famer just because if I look at the entire career, I can write the story of basketball without his MVP season.
Fair enough.
I think we forgot one. For real.
What?
I think we forgot Dwight Howard. At least I forgot Dwight Howard. I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I think you forgot Dwight Howard.
You guys don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Yeah,
really?
Good, Chief. I think he's a Hall of Famer.
He took his team to the finals.
No, Van Gundy took his team to the finals. Dwight Howard just so happened to be the best player in that system. I think I'm confident in my list.
Yo, Mukhtar, who's your favorite NBA player?
It's Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard? You had him on your list? Yo, Perry.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to stir this pot. I know these two put their favorite players on the list. Why wasn't Paul George on your first ballot list? And do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
No, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer right now.
At all? At all? Or not yet? At least?
I think he might squeeze into the Hall of Fame if he is to squeeze in, but you know what I'm saying? It's I don't think he's done enough for me to say you're undeniably in the Hall of Fame without any question, without any bias as well. It would be very flawed for me to say that. And I have 3 favorite players. I'm transitioning in fan free agency, but I always told you I had 5 players that I love to watch. That's Devin Booker, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Nikola Jokic, and Paul George.
No, that's fair. I just wanted to get a sense of where.
I don't think he deserves it yet.
Yeah, okay, no, that is fair, and I appreciate you being like honest. You know what I mean?
You know I never
But,
lie.
yeah, yeah. All right, yo, let's